Hello and welcome back to another studio vlog. If you don't know who I am, my name is Mei Ying. I am a digital illustrator and I love drawing cute things. This week was one of the most challenging weeks to be creative. The summer heat is really summering and it's been so hot. When I get really hot, I cannot function. In Canada, or at least in Quebec City, I don't know about the other parts of Canada, having aircon is not standard like it is in the States where I'm from and I'm used to. When I lived in apartments in North Carolina and Virginia, aircon was standard and it was really nice. But ever since I moved here, I've had to just compete with the heat and try to ignore it and try to pull through as much as possible. Somehow I've been able to do so and get things done. We had fans blowing all the time. We have a really noisy fan that's kind of annoying but really necessary. Once in a while we might get really lucky and get some nice wind during the day. A few nights it would be cool, but some of the nights it was unbearable. Somehow I was able to film something, so I'm not exactly sure how long this week's studio vlog will be. The first thing I worked on this week was the extra goodie that my patrons who have been with me for 1 year will be receiving. I have patrons that have been with me since I started my Patreon last July. I wanted to create an extra goodie to send it to them to let them know how grateful I am, because when I started my Patreon, I didn't even know if anyone would sign up to begin with. I've been thinking about this extra goodie for a couple months now and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and then finally I decided, you know what, it'd be really cute to do something that has to do with a ribbon, kind of like a first, second, third place ribbon, but make it fun. So I decided to do a 4-leaf clover with Captain Frogo inside of it, and it looks like he's standing in the pond. There's the cattails, grass in front of it, the lotus flower. I thought it was a really cute idea. When I was done with the artwork, I did have to do some adjustments to the greens, and it's super green, and I think I did enough adjustments to it for it to look nice. I'm happy with how it turned out, and I am so in love with this matte laminate that I use. It gives a nice little extra pearlescent effect. After that was finished, I started working on some Frogo Treats. If you have watched some of my past studio vlogs, you might have heard me talk about working on an extra collection that I wanted to get done before hopefully the end of this month, because I wanted to do a mini shop update with this along with my seasonal keychains that I worked on in previous vlogs. This was not the project that I had in mind, so that project would have to be for another time. But for some reason I really wanted to draw Frogo Treats, so that's what is going to happen. The first thing I drew was a chocolate Frogo donut that had some fun sprinkle shapes on it. There's normal shaped sprinkles, and then we have some more pond themed sprinkles on it. I think it's super cute. The next thing I decided to work on was a Frogo ice cream cone. I challenged myself to create these Frogo Treats artwork in 3 hours or less. So because it's not a full illustration, I feel like it shouldn't take me as long. I was able to do this with a Frogo donut because there's not as much going on with that. I failed to do that with the Frogo cone. I was thinking about possibly making this an acrylic keychain because of how proud I am of it, but I decided to hold off a little bit to see how the sticker design does in the future. I decided to design a bookmark using this month's Patreon theme. And I think I was able to create something fun as a first standard bookmark design. I've only had one bookmark design, I believe, since I started my small business. It wasn't even a proper bookmark design. It was from my first biggest illustration I ever drew, and then I cropped it down to be a bookmark. If it turns out well, I'm planning to get it manufactured. I'm hoping to finish it soon. I have all the flat colors down. I would like to get this bookmark manufactured in time to have it for Cosplay Imaginaire, which is August 19th. That's the next place that I will be vending at in person in Quebec City. So if you have time, drop by and say hello. After that, I started working on the digital download for this month. I decided to do a memo sheet very similar to the theme that I had going for the bookmark. It's a 3-inch memo sheet, and there is a lined and blank version this month for July only because it is my 1-year anniversary on Patreon. Anyone at Patreon, regardless of your tier, can download the digital download. Today is Saturday, July 8th, and wow, this entire week has been so hot. I have been so uncomfortable, and today is finally just okay to film myself talking. Yesterday it was up to 91 degrees Fahrenheit and I could not function. I was having the hardest time of my life trying to ignore how hot it is and just focus on something else, but that was just not possible. But today, this morning, felt really amazing. It was around 70, it was cool, and I was able to enjoy a nice warm coffee for the first time this entire week. The other days I had an iced coffee, and then it slowly got hotter, so it went up 8 degrees since this morning, so it's starting to get warm, but it's not nearly as bad as the past few days. I'll show you guys the stuff that I have done this entire week. I have to pack an order as well, but then I also have to print out the digital download. Let me show you guys what I've been working on. I was working on this Froggin' amazing 4-leaf clover ribbon design to give to patrons that have been with me for a year. This is a sticker design that has been matte laminated, and it's super cute. That's Captain Frogo holding the amazing sign. Then down here we have a little bit of the pond, and you can see Captain Frogo standing in the pond. We have the lotus flower with some cattails and some grass. I would also like to do some kind of acrylic pen in this shape or a different kind of badge shape, and it's not going to be exactly this design. Another thing I was working on was this super cute Frogo donut. I was not planning to do like Frogo desserts or anything, but I really felt like doing it. So we have a chocolate donut with green frosting and sprinkles, and then the sprinkles in the middle are some standard ones like this long one and this pink ones, and then you have the lotus flowers and the lily pad, and then we have a normal yellow brownish donut that has some blue and a different face. So it's basically the same one with different color changes and a different face. This is probably my favorite thing I've drawn this week. This is a Frogo ice cream cone, and this is a waffle cone, and waffle cones aren't my favorite. Do you like waffle cones? I like the standard cones. I think waffle cones taste kind of funny. There's a heart here, and then he's inside a pond, and here's a lotus flower and the Frogo making a silly face, and then it has a little cherry Frogo on top. This is part of the Frogo Treats. Right now I'm not sure if it's going to be individual die cut stickers or if they're going to be a set or a sticker sheet or whatever. One thing's for sure is I am going to take some of these and make magnetic bookmarks or put them together to make a standard bookmark. I have these really small magnets and they're pretty flat. As you can see, they're not that huge. They're really strong magnets that clip to each other really well to make that nice clicking sound when you close them. I bought these when I made some goodies for Patreon a while back. Another thing I've been working on is a bookmark design, and this bookmark has the little bits of magic stuff going on. It's Captain Frogo with his little booty, and then we have some magical potions. I need to fix these books up because that's not right, I think, unless it's like a really long book. So this book and this one I need to fix, but I really like how it turned out. I'm going to make this a bookmark that is available in the Etsy shop. I'm going to change this so it's Captain Frogo facing towards us. This is the digital download for this month. It is the 3" by 3" memo sheet. It has some stars on the top. It has this really cute frame on the side with the hearts and circles. Here's the Midnight Bloom from this month's Patreon print. And then here we have Captain Frogo in his magician hat with our star friend, with a plant, and some books and a table. There's also aligned options, so when you download this from Patreon, you can get both versions. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the Frogo Treats design. Did I want it to be a sticker sheet? Did I want it to be a die cut sticker set? But in the end, I decided to make them single die cut stickers. I have a lot of older designs I ended up printing because I was vending last year, so I still have a lot of them, and I decided to finally put them into my dollar bin. Now my dollar bin has a bunch of stickers in it again, and I want to make way for new designs. When I print my die cut stickers, I like them to be at maximum 3 inches. I want to be able to store them nicely, and 3 inches is where it fits nicely into the storage that I have for them. Something to keep in mind, and if you didn't know, we have artwork that is wider, like the Frogo donuts. 3 inches for that is going to be wider than a tall design like the ice cream cone. I have 12 3-inch cones on one sheet, whereas with the donuts I can only fit 6. I'm a very visual person, so if I manufacture something like acrylic keychains, I always have to print them in the different sizes to see how they look like and then choose a size from there. Here is the part where I decided to retire a bunch of fan art designs and some of my original designs. A lot of these are going into the dollar bin. If you don't know what the dollar bin is, basically my discount bin that I put out when I've been in person. When it comes to the fan art stickers, I don't sell them online. That is pretty much it for this studio vlog. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys next time. Bye!